Jobs and careers, the ability to make a living and be productive, are things we may not always want to do. I'm looking at you, jobless Brian. Dude, but we still do it to afford groceries, rent, and all other necessities. As we progress towards a more sustainable future, certain job industries are going to be affected by the changing conditions of our world. Many jobs will be created as we strive towards a greener future, but this also means that some jobs are going to be reduced or lost altogether. Here are some examples of negatively impacted job industries that are going to be affected by climate change in the coming decades. Agriculture and fishing. Agriculture and fishing will likely be affected due to severe weather patterns, droughts, floods, ocean acidification, and probably sharknadoes as well. Farmers, agricultural laborers, and fishermen will definitely feel the impact. Then there's the fossil fuel industry workers. These workers will likely lose jobs because finding fossil fuels is getting harder and harder as it is a finite resource. Also, as we make technological advancements towards greener energy, it's going to be more cost efficient for countries to rely on those rather than fossil fuels. Another big one that's going to be likely affected by climate change is tourism. Many regions around the world that rely on natural attractions like beaches, coral reefs, or even snow-based activities will face challenges due to rising temperatures, ocean sea level rise, and ecosystem degradation. Take Whistler, for example, a sought-out destination for people who love skiing. As temperatures rise, skiing and snowboarding and all other snow-based activities are likely going to become a lot harder to do because there's just going to be less snow. Now, these are just a few job sectors that I touched on, but they're likely to affect tens of millions, if not billions of people in the coming decades.
Did you say billions?
I know, that's actually a really big number. Acknowledging these changing times allow us to discuss, plan, and execute these new jobs that are likely going to be created due to climate change. According to the International Renewable Agency, also known as IRENA, the renewable energy sector employed about 11.5 million people globally in 2019. And according to their calculations, they predict that by 2050, this number could rise to 42 million. Hopefully, this assessment doesn't only reflect the renewable energy sector, but also reflects some other sustainable practices and jobs that are going to be created in the future. And if you've been watching some of my YouTube videos so far, you know that I love lists. I've compiled 6 of the most likely job sectors that are going to increase due to climate change and our pursuit of a greener future. Here are some of the potential job sectors that are going to be growing in the coming decades. Number 1, renewable energy generation and installation. There's going to be solar photovoltaic installers, also known as solar panels. The US Bureau of Labor Statistics projects a 51% growth rate in jobs for the solar panel installers from 2019 to 2029. They also predict that wind turbine technicians are likely to grow by 61% from 2019 to 2029. And lastly, according to the Hydropower Association, the global hydropower sector is expected to create 8.6 million jobs by 2050. Number 2 is green building and energy efficiency. So this involves green building architects and designers. The US Green Building Council estimates that the green building sector is expected to support 3.9 million jobs in the US alone by 2023. And this number is likely to grow in the coming decades. Then there's also energy auditors and efficiency specialists. The US Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts an 8% job growth for all energy auditors and efficiency specialists from 2019 to 2029. Number 3, environmental science and conservation. This is going to fall under the category of environmental engineers. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects a 3% job growth in environmental engineers from 2019 to 2029. These professionals are involved in developing sustainable solutions for pollution control, waste management, and renewable energy. A very important job. Then there's conservation scientists and foresters. The Bureau also anticipates a 5% job growth in jobs for conservation scientists and foresters from 2019 to 2029. They play a vital role in managing natural resources and promoting sustainable land use practices. Next up at number 4, we have sustainable transportation. Falling under this category, we have electric vehicle technicians and engineers. With the growing adoption of electric vehicles like Tesla, there will be an increased demand for professionals skilled in electronic vehicle maintenance, repair, and engineering. Then there's the job of sustainable transportation planners. As cities and communities prioritize sustainable transportation options, the need for professionals who can plan and implement efficient public transit systems, bicycle infrastructure, and pedestrian-friendly urban spaces is expected to rise. And at number 5, we have a very important job sector. This is sustainable agriculture and food systems. Under this category, we have sustainable agriculture specialists. The growing interest in organic farming, regenerative agriculture, and sustainable food production is expected to create more job opportunities for professionals specializing in sustainable agricultural practices. Then there's food waste reduction specialists. With the aim of reducing food waste and improving resource efficiency, there will be a need for experts who can design and implement effective food waste reduction strategies. And last but not least, number 6 is renewable energy research and development. Under this job sector, we have renewable energy researchers and scientists. The transition to greener energy sources requires continuous research and development. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects a 5% growth in jobs for physicists, astronomers, and other scientists from 2019 to 2029, which includes those involved in renewable energy research. While this is not an exhaustive list, it does cover some pretty major job sectors that are likely to grow as we strive for a greener future. So, if you're interested in pursuing these greener career paths, consider opportunities in these areas.
But Brian, how would I even become a solar panel installer or a food reduction specialist?
That is a great question, Brian, from the past, and one I'm happy to answer.
I'll be making a further 6 videos on each of these categories, going into detail as to what these jobs actually entail. I'll be answering questions like, how do I get started? What's the pay? What's the lifestyle like? And some more bonus questions I think of along the way. That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure you leave a comment down below if you think I missed any potential job sectors. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and smash that like button if you like oxygen. My name is Brian, and we'll see you next time.